What if everything you thought about snoring and sleep apnea was wrong? For years, millions have believed that cumbersome machines or risky surgeries were the only way out, but that's simply not true. What if a simple, natural fix could transform your nights and restore your energy without invasive treatments or complicated routines? Imagine waking up refreshed, free from the fog of exhaustion, and finally reclaiming control over your sleep. This isn't just wishful thinking. It's a reality many are discovering right now, and it starts with understanding a surprisingly simple solution that could change everything you know about better sleep habits. Topic 1. Snoring and its impact on health. For years, people laughed off snoring like it was some quirky nighttime soundtrack. A little annoying, sure, but harmless. What most don't realize is that snoring can be a red flag waving in the dark, a subtle signal that something deeper is out of balance. It often starts quietly, a soft vibration in the back of the throat, but over time, it can evolve into a thunderous, disruptive force that breaks the peace of the night. And beneath that noise, a struggle for air, a battle against the very rhythm that's supposed to restore us. Suddenly, what seemed like a harmless habit becomes a warning siren for sleep disorders, poor sleep hygiene, and a body starved of true rest. The real cost of snoring reveals itself in the daytime. In the foggy mornings, the crashing waves of fatigue, the short tempers, and scattered thoughts. It's no coincidence that poor sleep quality and persistent snoring often go hand in hand. As the body fights for oxygen during sleep, the brain struggles to sink into deep, restorative phases. No wonder so many wake up feeling like they ran a marathon in their dreams. And that toll? It stacks up silently, weakening the immune system, dulling the mind, and putting strain on the heart. It's a vicious cycle where better sleep habits are desperately needed, but hard to establish without awareness. Snoring doesn't just affect the snorer, either. It creeps into relationships, sowing seeds of frustration between partners who once looked forward to sleeping beside each other. Earplugs, separate rooms, cold shoulders in the morning. All these become part of the routine when snoring is left unchecked. The emotional distance created by interrupted sleep is real, and it chips away at intimacy and connection. It's easy to dismiss it all as just noise, but it's noise that echoes into every corner of life. Work, love, health, mood. That's why tackling snoring isn't just a personal health mission. It's a relationship-saving, life-enhancing decision. What's even more unsettling is how common it is. Over 90 million Americans snore regularly. That's not a fringe issue. That's an epidemic. And yet, most people don't seek help. Maybe they're too embarrassed, or maybe they've just accepted it as normal. But chronic snoring is anything but normal. It's often tied to deeper dysfunctions like disrupted circadian rhythm or even obstructive sleep apnea. When the body is denied natural sleep remedies like full oxygen flow and muscle relaxation, it can't fully heal. That's when chronic conditions like heart disease or high blood pressure begin to creep in, often silently, but always relentlessly. Still, there's a quiet revolution happening. More people are waking up, literally and figuratively, to the impact snoring has on their health and their lives. They're starting to question the restless nights, the foggy mornings, and that ever-present fatigue. They're discovering that there are answers beyond just coping. And as they look deeper, many are finding that the first step to insomnia relief isn't just counting sheep. It's uncovering what really happens when the lights go out. Gosta des primero topico, decide modificar algo, aumento texto, o eu posso seguir para o topico tu? Você diz. Okay, continue. O chat GPT diz. Ótimo. Agora seguimos com o topico tu. How snoring is diagnosed. Aqui está a projeto textual, mantendo o estilo narrativo, emotional e estratégico que você solicitou. Topic 2. How snoring is diagnosed. For those who've spent countless nights tossing and turning, or lying awake next to someone who sounds like a chainsaw, the journey toward insomnia relief often begins not in a bedroom, but in a doctor's office. But not just any doctor. The real detectives of disrupted sleep are ENT specialists and sleep doctors who know how to read the silent signs hidden in your airways. These aren't just medical appointments. They're the first steps on a quest to understand why the body resists surrendering to sleep. And the truth is, what appears as simple snoring may be your body's desperate signal that your sleep hygiene needs a major upgrade. Picture this: a calm clinic room, a reclining chair, and a skilled expert examining the intricate architecture of your mouth, nose, and throat. It feels oddly intimate because it is. Sleep is sacred, and the structures that shape it are delicate. The doctor might observe a deviated septum, oversized tonsils, or a tongue that crowds the airway during sleep. These small details, invisible to most, often hold the key to years of restless nights. The diagnosis process, though clinical, carries a quiet hope. Finally, someone's listening to what your body has been trying to say all along. But the most revealing part of this process doesn't happen with a stethoscope. It happens while you sleep. That's where the home sleep test comes in. This small, non-invasive device turns your bedroom into a lab, measuring your heart rate, oxygen levels, and breathing patterns as you drift off. No wires tangled in a hospital bed. No strange machines humming in sterile rooms. Just you, your pillow, and a few clever sensors that unlock hidden data. The beauty of this? It respects your bedtime routine while uncovering the deep sleep tips your body's been begging for. These tests are more than just diagnostics. They're a mirror showing you the unseen battles waged during the night. A sudden drop in oxygen, a skip breath, a racing heartbeat at 3 a.m. These aren't random glitches. They're signs of a circadian rhythm that's been knocked off course, or of airway muscles collapsing just when they should be relaxing. But knowledge is power. And with this data, people finally begin to understand why sleep meditation never quite worked, why relaxation techniques fell flat, and why every morning felt like waking up underwater. It's a sobering realization, but an empowering one, because now the invisible enemy has a name and a plan can be made. Armed with new understanding and medical insights, many feel a spark of hope they haven't felt in years. The kind of hope that whispers, "You're not crazy. You're not lazy. You're just running low on oxygen at night." And as they await their results, there's often one lingering thought. If something this simple can diagnose such a complex problem, what other solutions might be just around the corner? Topic 3. Obstructive sleep apnea and its health consequences. Obstructive sleep apnea doesn't knock politely. It sneaks in like a thief in the night, stealing breath, energy, and clarity one interrupted moment at a time. Many people don't even realize they have it. They just know they wake up exhausted, their mind foggy, their body aching for a rest it never truly received. It's as if the body lies down to sleep, but never actually gets permission to heal. This condition isn't about just snoring, it's about the brain jolting awake again and again, in panic, gasping for air. Over time, even the strongest minds and healthiest bodies begin to crumble under that kind of stress. Each episode of apnea, each time the airway collapses, is like sending your brain into a false alarm. The fight or flight system activates. Adrenaline floods the bloodstream. The heart races. Muscles tighten. The body, instead of entering a state of repair and recovery, goes into survival mode. Again and again and again. Imagine doing that 30 times in a single hour. Now imagine that happening every night for years. No wonder people feel wired and tired at the same time. It becomes nearly impossible to maintain a stable circadian rhythm or engage in the deep sleep that natural sleep remedies aim to protect. The fallout is brutal. High blood pressure, heart disease, heart attacks, all fed by the stress of chronic oxygen deprivation. Diabetes risk increases. Glaucoma becomes more likely. And then there's the cognitive side: forgetfulness, irritability, even depression. The mind becomes sluggish, relationships suffer, and everyday tasks start to feel monumental. These aren't just inconveniences. They're consequences of a body trying to survive without oxygen. Better sleep habits become not just desirable, but absolutely vital. Without them, We're not just tired, we're breaking down from the inside out. And let's not forget the bigger picture. Sleep apnea doesn't just hurt the individual, it endangers others too. Drowsy driving is no joke. Studies show it's just as dangerous as drunk driving. Workplace accidents skyrocket. Productivity down the drain. In fact, the U.S. faces an estimated $165 billion per year in economic losses tied to untreated sleep disorders. That's billion with a B. Suddenly, investing in a solid bedtime routine and real insomnia relief doesn't just feel smart. It feels revolutionary. The cost of ignoring it is far greater than the effort it takes to address it. Still, for many, diagnosis feels like defeat. They fear labels, machines, maybe even surgery. But what if understanding sleep apnea is actually a doorway to freedom? What if it's the first step toward real, restorative rest, the kind that resets everything? That's when people begin to search for more practical, less intimidating ways to reclaim their nights. And soon, many find themselves face to face with something that seems almost too simple to be true. Topic 4. Conventional treatments for apnea and snoring. Once the diagnosis lands, the most common recommendation hits the table fast: the CPAP machine. It's a medical marvel, no doubt. Continuous positive airway pressure. Sounds fancy, right? And it is. A steady stream of air keeps the airway open, allowing people to breathe without interruption. For many, it's a lifesaver. But let's be honest, sleeping with a mask strapped to your face and a hose tethering you to a machine doesn't exactly scream relaxation techniques. It works, yes, but it's not always easy to love. Sleep hygiene is about comfort, and many find the CPAP feels more like a prison than a pathway to peace. Night after night, users try to adjust, shifting pillows, fiddling with straps, enduring the odd Darth Vader resemblance. Some power through, others give up. And who could blame them? A tool that's supposed to improve sleep quality shouldn't feel like a nightly battle. As a result, people often begin seeking natural sleep remedies, hoping for something that doesn't involve electricity, noise, or a face full of silicone. They crave freedom. They crave simplicity. Because in the pursuit of better sleep habits, the goal isn't just breathing, it's truly resting. Of course, there are lighter solutions floating around. Nasal strips that tug the nostrils open, positional therapy pillows to keep sleepers on their sides, even earplugs for desperate partners. These strategies are less invasive, yes, but they barely scratch the surface. They treat the noise, not the cause. It's like painting over a cracked wall without fixing the foundation. And when deep sleep tips are tossed around like quick fixes, people quickly realize there's no shortcut to healing a body that's been crying out for oxygen. The problem runs deeper, and so must the solution. Some take the leap into surgical territory. Uvulopalatopharyngoplasty, tonsil removal, nasal reconstruction, procedures that sound like tongue twisters and feel like recovery marathons. While surgery can offer relief, outcomes vary. And let's face it, not everyone is thrilled by the idea of scalpels in their sleep journey. The real dream? A solution that's as effective as CPAP, but less intrusive. Something personalized. Something that feels like it belongs in a bedtime routine, not a hospital. That's where the story starts to shift. When conventional paths leave people overwhelmed or underwhelmed, a new question emerges. Is there a smarter way? A simpler way to improve sleep quality, get insomnia relief, and still wake up feeling whole? Many begin to whisper about a small device, something discreet, tailored, and surprisingly powerful. It's not a mask, not a machine, but it might just be the missing link between chronic snoring and peaceful, natural rest. Topic 5. Innovative treatment with an oral appliance. How it works. Imagine a solution that feels less like a medical device and more like a custom piece of jewelry. An oral appliance designed with precision, made to fit the unique contours of your mouth. This isn't some generic gadget off the shelf. It's crafted using a 3D scan that maps every curve of your teeth and jaw, blending technology with comfort. The goal? To gently nudge the lower jaw forward, opening up the airway like a secret passageway that had been closed for years. It's a subtle shift, but one that can change the entire sleep story. This tiny device acts as a silent guardian during the night, preventing the soft tissues in the throat from collapsing and cutting off air. Unlike the noisy CPAP machine, it's quiet, portable, and doesn't come with cords or bulky parts. The beauty lies in its adjustability. Patients can gradually advance their jaw position as they grow more comfortable, customizing the treatment at their own pace. It's an approach that honors both the science of breathing and the art of relaxation techniques, blending medical insight with everyday ease. Sure, at first, some might wake up with a little jaw soreness. Nothing major, just a reminder that change is happening. But this discomfort is usually temporary, and there's even a special morning mold designed to realign the jaw gently, like hitting a soft reset button before the day begins. This kind of thoughtful design underscores the importance of respecting your body's natural rhythm while improving sleep hygiene. After all, better sleep habits don't come from forcing your body, but from partnering with it. What's truly remarkable is how this oral appliance fits seamlessly into a bedtime routine, requiring minimal effort but offering maximum impact. It empowers patients with insomnia relief, providing a natural sleep remedy that feels less like a treatment and more like a nightly ritual. For many, it's the bridge between restless nights and the deep, uninterrupted sleep they've been craving, unlocking a circadian rhythm that had long been out of sync. And here's the exciting part. This isn't just a hopeful theory. For countless people, this device has been a game changer, a quiet revolution against snoring and sleep apnea. But the real proof is in the results. How this simple, innovative tool can restore not only sleep quality, but whole lives. Which leads us to the most inspiring chapter yet, the powerful transformations that come after using this oral appliance. Topic 6. Results. Significant improvement and restored quality of life. After a few weeks of faithfully wearing the oral appliance, many patients find themselves waking up to a whole new reality. Imagine the first morning when that groggy, foggy feeling finally lifts, replaced by energy that feels genuine and lasting. The constant daytime fatigue, once a heavy anchor, begins to loosen. Sleep meditation techniques and relaxation methods become natural companions rather than desperate attempts to catch up on missed rest. This isn't just about feeling less tired. It's about reclaiming life's vibrant colors after years of dullness. Follow-up home sleep tests often reveal what patients already feel deep down: a dramatic drop in apnea events and snoring episodes. Charts and graphs that once looked like warnings now show clear skies. The airway remains open, the brain no longer jolted awake, and the body enters those restorative phases of sleep it's been craving. Deep sleep tips become more than advice. They turn into lived experience. It's like flipping a switch from survival mode to thriving mode, where every night brings genuine renewal. The benefits don't stop at the individual. Relationships begin to mend as partners enjoy peaceful nights without the disruptive soundtrack of snoring. Imagine the relief for both sides. No more tossing, turning, or wearing earplugs just to survive the night. Better sleep habits ripple outward, improving moods, communication, and intimacy. This newfound harmony often surprises those involved, revealing how deeply intertwined sleep quality is with emotional connection and everyday happiness. This transformation shines a light on the power of a well-designed, non-invasive approach. It shows that the path to sleep hygiene and insomnia relief doesn't have to be paved with discomfort or frustration. Instead, it can be accessible, sustainable, and even empowering. The oral appliance becomes more than a tool. It's a symbol of hope, a practical step toward natural sleep remedies that truly improve sleep quality and quality of life. And now, having witnessed such compelling results, many find themselves ready to explore even deeper truths about sleep. How diagnosis works, what lies beneath, and what more can be done to safeguard their most precious resource, rest itself. Now that you've uncovered this powerful knowledge about snoring and sleep apnea, the real question is, what will you do with it? Will you continue letting restless nights and daytime fatigue steal your energy and joy? Or are you ready to take control, build better sleep habits, and embrace natural sleep remedies that truly work? Think about the impact this could have, not just on your nights, but on every waking moment of your life. If you're serious about transforming your sleep and waking up refreshed, why wait another day? Drop a comment below sharing your biggest sleep challenge. Hit that like button if you found this helpful, and don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss the next step on your journey to deep, restorative sleep. Your better nights start now.